When nobody else is advertising, you advertise the same amount, you stand out, your share of voice goes up.
So can you just share some of your insights on what the best marketers do in a recessionary environment or even coming out of a pandemic environment?
So thank you, Ranjan, for having me here. It's my great pleasure to be at the BITSoM campus and see this new school developing. In a recession, the best marketers would do what you would expect them to do, which is that they see that sales are going to fall. As sales are going to fall, I'm going to start cutting my advertising expense. I'm going to delay my new product launches because it's not the greatest environment for a new product launch. And, hope that I will kind of break even despite the fall in the sales volume. What we have found in our research, and which has been now, there's about 20 or 30 academic articles that are supporting this, is that those few firms that do counter cyclical marketing, that is, rather than enhance the cyclical status by reducing demand by cutting out advertising, cutting promotions, and cutting new product launches, those who keep to their advertising budget or even enhance it do much better than those companies that cut back. And the reason they do much better is because when nobody else is advertising, you advertise the same amount, you stand out, your share of voice goes up. Secondly, as the advertising cost is falling, you can buy more impressions for the same amount of money. So again, your share of voice goes up. And the new product launches because nobody else is launching, so you actually have a... Having said all of that, of course, this strategy will only work if the demand is there to some extent, right? So like in the COVID, travel was impossible. So if I'm an airline company doing this strategy, it's not going to make any sense, right? Or if there's no product available, then of course there's no point of trying to pump the demand. But otherwise, we have found Reckitt did this in the 90s recession, and other companies have done it in previous recessions, and we found that they do quite well with this strategy of what we call counter cyclical marketing.
Right. So then what you are kind of saying is you're not just thinking about the recessionary period. You're also planning for how you will take advantage of, it's not just tough time, but how will I take advantage of better times? And I'm kind of...
So you're exactly right on that, Ranjan, because what you're doing is you do get a bump in the increase during the pandemic or during the recession, but it continues over time because, any advertising money and new product launch is both a current expenditure and a capital investment for the next periods, right? So you're in a multi-period game, and in a multi-period game, whatever strengthening you're doing for this period is going to have the carryover effects in the next period. Also, marketing is a classic where advertising has a carryover effect to the next. If you just count the revenues of this period, you would never do any advertising.